Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today we are here with our June Frankenplanner setup. So I'm saying Frankenplanner setup, but I am actually making the decision to retire for the summer my Frankenplanner, and so I'm going to talk a little bit about like the different pieces that I've got going moving into June, and I do have one item that I did just purchase that hasn't arrived here yet, so I'll do a separate video with that like addition to the lineup. But let's walk through very quickly the Frankenplanner, my actual classic size Frankenplanner. These two pieces will stay in my June system, but this is what's going to be retired. So for the summer months, I'm going to be putting this classic size Happy Planner, my Frankenplanner, Transformer Planner, on the back burner just because it's summer. I'm not working. I am working, but I'm not going into the office. I am with the kids, and so I just want to be able to focus on them and less so on like putting together all these different pieces for my own personal planning. And so this is the setup that I have for my own personal planning. This is my personal planning as well, but then this one is something I set up in a previous video that is for the summer months for Sophia. And so I would really want to be able to focus on these two things during the summer. And so again, I'll quickly flip through this, kind of talk to you about why I'm just kind of semi-retiring it for the summer months, and talk to you about what I actually will have going into June. And so I'm going to move this to the side. We're going to start here with this. This is my Transformer Planner. I have been using this for all of 2023. Pieces come and go. There are parts of it that I've updated every month, and then some pieces I have already talked about retiring. Some I am retiring now for June, and you know, it's just one of those things where every month I do make the decision one way or the other. Like I make a decision about each different section, and so I did decide that the entire thing can be retired for the month of June. So the first section here is my work section. As I've already mentioned, I'm not going into the office for work. I did mention this earlier on. I did stop going into the office basically the first week of May, and so I've been using this to track my work hours. I'll just kind of give you a sneak peek into what it looks like. I'll do a full flip through of May when the entire month is over, so sometime in June I will do a May flip through, but I just use it to track my work hours, as you can see here, and I'll probably do the same thing for June, but I'll do that in my daily planner, and I'll show you kind of where I will plan to do that. And so I've been tracking my hours since I am teaching, but it's online. I don't necessarily need to like track any other major event. It's just like kind of like low-key, like just teaching a class and a half essentially, and so I'll flip through the rest of this in the May flip through, but I do need to track my hours, or I don't even need to, I just want to track my hours, and so I can do that in the daily planner. So the rest of this I'll keep it in here just because once I get back into the academic year I want to have this section in place still, but this section I just don't need for the month of June, right? So that was work. For my personal section, in my personal section, I do have 3 sections. So the first section is my weekly. It's basically like my weekly planner that's like a pre-planner. I just write down all the events, like it's the like messy handwriting. I scratch things out. I write things as soon as I get them, and then things get canceled, things get rescheduled, that kind of thing. And so I do have my weekly planner in here. So that's one section. The second section is my daily planner. I do have a section in here for my classic, but I do also have, I've been using my letter size, so you'll see that later. So that's the second section. And then the third section is my food log. Now the food log, just for the month of June, I think that I'll be, I have actually converted some pages to be able to use it, but I converted the pages thinking I would use them in June, but I think I'm just going to hold off and use them later on in the year, but I'll show you what those look like, and again, just to kind of flip through these pages. So we are right now going into June, like these notes right here, these are like all of the notes that I have like just pre-written in here. You can see like I've got stuff scheduled like way out in advance, and so what I'm going to do is just take these notes on the weekly pages and convert them, put them into my daily planner, right? And so these are all in here, and I've got like June and July in here, and then I have a section for daily pages, which I haven't used any classic size daily pages for all of 2023. They've all been in that letter size, which I keep pointing that way because that's where it's sitting, and then I do have my food log. Now in my previous video I did have a setup, or like I was converting these pages to classic size, and I still want to use this, but I think because I'm retiring, like I was retiring most of this, I am going to go ahead and, since undated, retire this as well and just pick it back up probably either July or in August. So not quite sure when, but I did put the cover in here. I'll eventually, I think, punch it and just kind of stick it in here too. And I might like really want to go back to food logging, but we'll see how that goes. But one of the things that I have coming up, that's coming to me in the mail, is like a little micro book, and I want to maybe food log in there. And so this might be something where I do this for a month just to see what it's like, but I also might move some of the notes into the micro. So again, I'll have a separate video on that once my purchase arrives. All right, and then this last section is budget, which I've already talked about. This section, I'm basically retiring that section, and so that's basically old notes at this point. All right, and then the next section here is my faith section. And so in faith, I have two subsections. One is my prayer journal, and the other is my daily like Bible study notes. And both of those I am inconsistently doing, but again, I'll go ahead and make the decision to kind of convert all of those things into my daily planner, and just find a section for where it lands in my daily planner. So this is my faith section. I won't flip through it. Again, I will do a flip through of my May pages, all the things after the pen for May, in that video, which will be coming up probably in a week or two. It should be within the week. No, not within the week. No, definitely within a week. Within a week. So sometime within the next 7 days. It should be up if you're watching this later. So the last section here is my home binder section, and this section is where I have like all of my DIY pages, all of my printables, all the things that I do just to take care of my home. So it has like my chores list, different like movie stuff, like my games notes, all of the different things, right? So it just kind of lands in here. I have not been updating this section, mostly because, let's just be honest, I've been busy playing video games and taking care of the kids, and so if I'm not taking care of the kids, I'm basically playing Legend of Zelda, and so a lot of my attention is just kind of like in doing other things, and I don't really feel the need to sit down and like write all the things down. I'm at a point in with the summer months where I'm in a good routine. We're in a good schedule right now, and I'm okay with that. So I don't need to plan things when I feel like my routine is working out well. So, you know, that's just kind of my thought process. And so I have the notes in here. Again, I'm leaving this entire thing pretty much like it is. I'll take pages out as it gets like kind of dated and like a little bit older. And so when I decide to hop back in this planner, it'll still be set up just like this, and I'll just kind of take the old pages out and move the new pages in. But for the month of June, I'm just putting all of this up. So like my work section, my weekly notes, I will transfer to my daily planner. My faith stuff, I'll transfer to my daily planner. My work hours, I'll transfer to my daily planner. And my food log, I have a separate system that I think will work as a replacement, and that will be in a separate video, kind of setting that up. So the rest of it is just kind of like reference material and reference notes for myself. So this bad baby is going to be sitting on my shelf for the month of June. So that's that. Okay, I had to pause the video just to take care of the kids and cook dinner, do all the things, get them in bed, and run the dishes. So you might hear the dishwasher in the background. But just to pick back up where I kind of left off, I think, let's talk about my daily planner and my summer planner. For the month of June, what I think will be really awesome is if I'm able to combine everything that was in my Franken planner into this planner. So I'm going to show you just a random page. This is an outdated planner. It is a tool letter size planner that has a daily on one page, and the daily schedule is here. There's a top priority section, a to-do list, and then a note section. And you can see here that the dates they're outdated, and so what I'm going to do is use this as the daily section with like basically tracking what happens during the day. So the big things that I do track are going to be obviously anything that we do in terms of summer activities, any events that we have, and I will put my work hours in here as well. And so the thing to I think just kind of make the work hours stand out is I might write the work hours in a different like color. Instead of using black ink, which is my go-to, I might put it in like purple or some other color to make the work hours stand out, or I might put the work hours here. That might be an option as well. And then of course I use my to-do list right here. And then the other big thing that I want to try to add in here is going to be this section, which is going to be the section that I use to convert my like any faith journaling or like Bible journaling stuff. I'll kind of put in this smaller section. And so all the things will end up here. So it will be my work hours, some like small notes related to like food logging, my personal plans obviously, and then like social media related stuff, and to-do list, and all the things. It will just end up on this page. So my goal is to basically keep it to just the daily for the month of June, so everything will land on this page somewhere. So that is that. I haven't decided yet whether I want to continue recording the daily plan with me videos. I've enjoyed doing them just to be able to use my stickers, but with me combining or adding even more in there, I might not have the room for it. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was this setup. This is something that I put together in a previous video. I'll link that in the description so you can watch it. But I'm going to have this as the second part. So of course my daily planner here. But this will be the other part of keeping track of what we're doing in the summer. And so I've already started filling this out. This is actually for the last week of May. And I think I'll have this be the last week of May, and then I'll it's actually not even the last week of May, it's this week. The weeks of, let me see what day it is. It's May 26th. And so I did it for like Thursday. And so with the 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th, like basically those last 4 days, that was like the beginning of summer break for us. And so starting next week, with the end of May going into June, I will be doing the same thing. I basically have categorized it and am tracking all the things that we're doing with Sophia. So that is the plan. This, you can see, is like set up on a clipboard. I actually have it hung up in our like common area. It's like in my command center area, and so I'm able to just kind of like run through and just jot it down really quickly. I've been using it, I've enjoyed using it, but most of what I need to do is going to be landing on here, and this is just kind of like the trying to avoid the summer slide for Sophia since she's going from kindergarten into first grade. So that's what this is for. But my plans and all of my notes and my journaling and all that will end up here. And so I'm simplifying my system for June just to be able to stay prioritizing my family and just like getting the kids doing all these things, and just like getting into family time. So yeah, that's it, basically this and this. So it was a long video to like arrive at that, but hopefully that all made sense. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.